MSpan brings you long-form public affairs programming within Mayflower, made possible by our sponsors, MSpan, equal access to government matters.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. After a short recess, we are back, and we will be continuing this court case in-game, which means we'll be doing our live voices. We'll be going through our roster of who is doing what voices. So, first of all, AdamJSherman will be voiced by Michigan Boy, which is myself, sometimes Fardback if he's here, and sometimes Lusolabs. And then Prosecutor... Sorry? Oh, sorry, Judge AdamJSherman. And then Prosecutor Nationgreat will be voiced by Michigan Boy 777, myself. Defense Attorney Sawyeriez will be voiced by _Cam. The Bailiff will be voiced by Stanley. And the witness Sebubby will be voiced by Michigan Boy 777. If we have any additional people that are introduced, we will voice them accordingly as we need to. Our broadcast will be starting very shortly. And, yeah. We are not currently in session. We will only start our voice acting once we are in session. And you got it.
Order. The court is now in session.
Off. Stan, who's doing judge? Okay, Luce is muted. The court will now resume CR006625, State of Mayflower v. Yourl0calshy. Doesn't he mean 66-02? Due to the server dying. Now, when we ended, the defense finished its cross-examination. Does the state wish to redirect or excuse the witness? Oh, the state has fallen asleep. Your Honor, we won't examine the witness again, but may I continue with the objection I attempted to put forward before the interruption? Yes, what was it? I object to the defense counsels. I object to the defense counsels about double jeopardy, as it is a question asking for legal opinion rather than facts relevant to this trial. Took you long enough, dude.
I was about to say that had been passed.
Stan, do you want to screen share?
So you're objecting the relevance of the question.
Relevance or relevance?
I'm just saying it how he typed it. Yeah,
I think you meant relevance.
Yeah, relevance.
Is the witness not a trained officer of the law? I object to it because it was asked for a legal opinion rather than facts. Or are you trying to say, since he's not an expert witness, he can't give his opinion?
Within defense discovery, he is.
They are, Your Honor, but the question of double jeopardy isn't within the direct scope of the examination.
Quiet.
Quiet. Thank you. That's for your side of arguments. You must follow the scope of the state's case. Sustained. Kim?
No worries.
Question is stricken. Anything else? No, Your Honor. Call your next witness, or do you rest your case? That was the only witness we intend to introduce in this trial. Sit down. Anyone who isn't from the news is to sit down and remain silent. Anything that obstructs this court from proceeding shall be arrested for contempt. Anything. I heard an ambulance outside. There's no CSO or CCRH on. Now, as you were saying, new witness, or do you want to rest? We won't be introducing new witnesses, Your Honor. The witness is excused, by the way. Thank you for your testimony, Special Agent. Do you rest then? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Defense, you may present your case.
We'll rest as well, Your Honor.
What was the point of all this?
Yeah, they could have done this in Discord.
No witness?
Nope.
I thought you said you had one.
I will not be presenting a witness.
Very well. State, you may begin your closing statement. The health department for Greene County, they'll take our house. The government. Your Honor, in this trial, we have introduced video exhibits that show defendant being detained by an officer for purposes of a search. In connection with suspicion of involvement in a murder that took place prior. After being taken to the station, defendant was searched by the witness. Following the search, firearms, high-capacity magazines, and ammunition were found on the defendant's person. In accordance with the State Firearms Registry, only state residents may legally possess firearms and ammunition. Happy Community Day, guys, by the way, for all of our Pokemon Go players. Witness during the state's examination identified that the defendant was on Tour's team, excluding them from the legal possession of firearms. The suit's call sign is Nicolaus_S. Call sign is Justice 4. That's a stupid call sign. It's too long. Alright, let's wrap this thing up. Do you think anything's going to happen? Alongside that, high-capacity magazines were identified by the witness. These magazines are legally accessible to authorized officers pursuant to the listed statute. I would like to address possible concerns over presence of double jeopardy defense mentioned in their opening statement. Why does he just say double jeopardy defense mentioned? Just the defense mentioned. It's gonna be, he's always like, so I question witness.
Arthur, yeah.
What would he do?
It was so stupid. I don't even mention it. It's so stupid.
Like he would just use like the delta symbol for defending?
Yes.
My supposition is that the defense's concern over defendant being charged with both unauthorized possession of high capacity magazines and ammunition. Wait, that's
Can I
right.
not?
Yeah, the courtroom's built like shit, so.
That's why they're watching. That's why they're watching our stream. To address that, we wish to point out an innocuous question was ruled in Blockburger v. United States. United States. That sounds like a Roblox name.
Blocks burger.
The applicable rule is that where the same act or transaction constitutes a violation of two distinct statutory provisions. The test to be applied to determine whether these are two offenses or only one, whether each provision requires proof of an additional fact
What is
which
he arguing?
the
against
other
double
does not.
jeopardy?
I don't know. I don't know. The Attorney General's here.
I don't think this man's gonna have a job any longer after this.
In this case, establishing that defendant is guilty of possession of high-capacity magazines, state had to show that these magazines were indeed of high capacity, rather than standard ammunition.
Unlawful possession is a lesser included, so you would convict for the more serious high capacity and then acquit on the lesser charge.
If
You
the
can only
glove didn't
convict for
fit, you
one or
must
the
acquit.
other.
The fact was testified to our witness, who identified high-capacity magazines in defendant's inventory, stating that they're capable of accepting more than 20 rounds at a time.
Musician man.
I yield my time, Your Honor. Thank you, State.
Musician man is cool.
Defense, your closing statement.
Alright. Will be quite lengthy, so bear with me. Oh god.
Oh,
And
Jesus
why?
Christ.
At the end of this trial, we've made it quite clear, Your Honor. On the 17th of February 2025,
2002.
the defendant was arrested for unlicensed possession of a firearm, unlicensed possession of ammunition, unauthorized possession of high-capacity magazine by trooper mechanized. Special Agent Sebubby created the affidavit of probable cause reflecting off the same events on the 17th of February 2025, which led to the arrest of the defendant, as Defendant Exhibit B that had been omitted shows the defendant's arrest. Yes.
Yeah, are we time traveling?
State has violated the defendant's Fifth Amendment right from double jeopardy. To arrest the defendant the first time for the aforementioned charges is one thing. To then prosecute the same charges during the exact same event is blatantly in violation of the defendant's Fifth Amendment. No person shall be in jeopardy twice of the same offense, except for treason. Mayflower's Constitute Amendment 5. The events matched as each took place at Mercedes Church, leading to Mercedes PD, then arrested for the aforementioned charges. Alongside, besides double jeopardy. What did you say? Is he saying State also failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant committed each alleged crime. Is he saying that, I don't know, unlicensed possession of a firearm requires the player to be in possession of a firearm without a state issues firearms license?
Huh?
State has shown the defendant was in possession of a firearm, but did not prove the defendant did not possess a state-issued firearms license. Unlicensed possession of ammunition requires a
Yes,
player
sir.
to be in possession of ammunition without a state-issued firearms license. State showed that the defendant allegedly had possession of ammunition, but did not prove the defendant did not possess a state-issued firearms license. Was in possession of.
Of course. No.
Unauthorized
How
possession
can you
for
be
a high
prosecuted if you
capacity
don't get
magazine
arrested?
requires a player to be in possession of police grade or National Guardsman
When you're
ammunition, and is
arraigned
not either
for
a
the first
state
time,
certified peace
you're
officer or National
technically
Guardsman.
under arrest. Like
I think the argument is that he got arrested for unlicensed possession, but he wasn't. There was no proof that he didn't have an
State failed
employed.
to prove the defendant was not a state certified peace officer or National Guardsman.
I don't know if this works like New Haven,
This court will find the defendant not guilty of all charges.
because I remember in New Haven, if you got deported while you had a FOID, you would keep your FOID.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd say there's an argument. Okay.
I don't think you'd keep it. There would be an administrative.
No, I mean that wasn't how it was in Mayflower. I have no idea if it's the same way here.
Unless they go in
You
and
would keep your
request
car,
before
but by
being,
law, you're still not, like, notwithstanding the fact that you had a license, you were still not allowed to possess if you were deported. Like, something along those lines. It's like, for you to be a licensed owner, you have to be a resident and...
We do have a, hold on, we have a
license.
legal expert in the chat. 1, double jeopardy doesn't apply when someone is arrested and also convicted, as double jeopardy only applies when someone is convicted. 2, it is a defendant's burden to show that they had a license and therefore shouldn't be prosecuted for having a gun without a license, as it is an affirmative
well,
defense.
that's not true. It's not the defense's job to prove anything.
With both closing arguments made, the court will consider all facts presented and will come up with a decision.
battle
Why?
of mid versus mid.
I'll sign off.
The state of mid versus mid.
All right, guys, clear comms. This is important. This is what we're all waiting for. Stan, start a poll. If the state attorney loses this case, should I fire him? That's what Andy so fun said. As for now, the court is adjourned. Oh, there's no decision yet?
They're not making the decision right here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, do you want me to sign out? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be all we have for today. The judge has not deliberated quite yet. Both cases have been made, and yeah, please vote in the poll. Should prosecutor be fired if he loses the case? Andy so fun brought this up, but for now, we'll keep you guys updated, and have a good day. Goodbye.
MSPAN brings you long-form public affairs programming within Mayflower. Made possible by our sponsors, MSPAN, equal access to government matters.